just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbuna. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 5. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5. He'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Rondale Moore. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone,
and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Josh Oliver, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. A very solid gain of 27. They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Albert O, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This time he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They hand off to their big tight end. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Hines. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Browns take over a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they bite out 23 more on that one.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Alberto Kuebuna. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker now to add the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Here's Hines. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now it's Hines. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll check it down to Bell. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1. But how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now it's Patterson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught by Evans. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, Hines. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Right there, 54, right there.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. To return it, Darius Phillips. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 109 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
On the return, Phillips. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They begin the drive with Hines. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Second and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. On the return, Phillips. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And now it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. This is Hines. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, It usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Houston.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Rondale Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Second and 5. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll look to throw here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Back to throw now on first down. Open space inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Tucker now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll look to throw. Able to find Patterson. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Hands it off out of the gun. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Now what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
Well, now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a